Hi, I'm Teri Kilo Oscar 4 Whiskey Foxtrot Papa, also known as the POTA Babe. And today, Tuesday, February the 4th, I'm recording a video that I knew I would have to make on my channel at some point. And that's why I choose to not show decoded CW on the screen on my channel. This is in response to a question I received about my L modal activation video, and I told this op that I would be recording a video to address his question. Two things as I start. First and foremost, this video is not meant as a criticism of what other people choose to do on their channels, okay? What other YouTubers do in their videos is their business. And again, I'm not criticizing them. What I am explaining is why I choose to not decode on the screen in my videos. The second thing is I would like for you to please watch the whole video through. I'll try not to make it long. And then form your conclusions, your opinions, your judgments about my line of reasoning for making this decision. When I was a baby, stick with me, I have a reason I'm going here. When I was a baby, my parents fed me. And at some point, it was time for me to learn to feed myself. And when that happened, oh boy, what a mess did I make. There's a picture of me in a scrapbook album somewhere at my parents' house. I've seen it with spaghetti all over my face, all over my bib, all over the tray. I mean, it's just everywhere. Now, my mom could have chosen to sit back and go, oh, she's making a mess of herself and we can't let her do this. But thankfully, my mom didn't do that. She let me make a mess and more messes until I finally learned to feed myself successfully, which I do today, I'm happy to report. Learning CW is messy, just like learning to eat. And the sooner that we embrace the mess, we embrace the mistakes, the smoother and faster our journey to proficiency is going to be. Anytime we learn a new skill, it's not going to be easy. We are going to make mistakes. And I know that there are people who avoid making mistakes. I will tell you that mistakes are actually a good thing. And I know you'll sit back and say, POTA Babe, there's no way that mistakes are a good thing. Yes, mistakes are a good thing. Do you know why mistakes are a good thing? Because they help you identify your weaknesses. They help you identify the things on which you need to work. So if I know I have a difficult time distinguishing between the characters U and V, well, then I need to train with those two characters. As I train, I'm going to increase my ability to copy them, and eventually they're not going to be a problem anymore. So, I submit to you that mistakes are a good thing. Mistakes should be embraced. And let's use mistakes as an opportunity to move forward in our abilities with the code. So why do I choose to not decode on my channel? I don't decode on the screen the CW you hear on my channel because it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you learn. And I'm sure there are some of you out there that say, well, POTA Babe, it does. And I'm going to tell you, no, it doesn't. There is an experiential component of everything when we learn, when we try something new. Watching a video with decoding on the screen and saying you're learning is like wanting to learn to play an instrument and instead you watch somebody do it. You're not learning. You're not helping your skills progress. So instead of letting somebody else do the heavy lifting and recognize the characters for us, let's learn how to do it ourselves. Okay? How do we do that? How do we increase our proficiency, our copy skills with the code? Well, the first thing you do is you get on the air. I know, you hear me say it. Get on the air. I'm telling you, get on the air. That's where you're going to make your progress. And I know it may be scary, especially if you're a newer op, but remember what I talked about embracing mistakes and that CW is messy? It's messy for all of us. It's messy for me as I was learning, and I still make mistakes. But it takes you getting on the air, and that's where you're going to make the most progress. Another thing you can do, and you can do this when you're getting on the air, is learn to embrace the practice of missing fast. Missing fast is where you learn to let things go. And I think that's why so many people want decoding, because they're afraid of making mistakes and they think they have to copy everything when you don't have to copy everything. What's the most important thing you have to really copy in a QSO? It's the call sign. Everything else really doesn't matter when you get down to it. So, learn to miss fast. And you can't practice missing fast when the code is on the screen there right in front of you. What is the skill of missing fast? The skill of missing fast is to be able to, when you don't recognize something, whether it's a letter, a number, a word, could even be as long as a phrase, and you let it go, reset your brain, and you jump back into the QSO. That's the skill of missing fast. It's a skill that a lot of ops don't have, but it's one that we need to train and to develop, and you're not going to do that when there's code decoded on the screen in front of you. The other thing that we can do is we can work on instant character recognition, right? We can increase our ability to copy the code. I'm going to say this, ICR has to be done with a character speed of 30 words per minute or higher. There are organizations that are out there, I don't need to name them, and they're not teaching this skill correctly. And I know that's a bold statement. So what? It's true. You have to teach with a faster character speed. If somebody tells you you can get ICR at 15 with a 14 word per minute, an 18 word per minute, or a 25 word per minute character speed, they don't know what they're talking about. Let me tell you why. What are we trying to achieve with instant character recognition? There's two parts of our brain. There's a conscious side and a subconscious side. The conscious side is the slower side. It's the side that wants to count dits and das. It feels better when we are counting dits and das. We want to move recognition of the code from that slower side to the faster side. The only way to do that is to use a faster character speed. You're always going to hear dits and das when you hear the code because characters are made of dits and das. What you don't want to be able to do is to count the dits and das, okay? You try listening to code at 18 words per minute, 25 words per minute, 14 words per minute, and you tell me if you can't count the dits and the das. So you need a character speed of 30 words per minute or higher when you're training with a tool like Wordless Trainer for instant character recognition. And no, it's not going to spoil you. Your brain can make the transition between training with that off the air and being on the air with a slower character speed. I do it all the time. I see other people do it all the time in the course, the Comprehensive ICR course at CW Innovations. And I will tell you that 30 words per minute is the lowest speed. We have people routinely in the class that use 34 words per minute, 35 words per minute, and even 40 words per minute as their training speed for instant character recognition. Okay? So, do the things that you can do to increase your confidence level, to increase your ability to copy, to increase your comfort on the air. That's ICR, practice missing fast, and get on the air. Get the experience that you need. The best decoder, I don't even like using the word decoder, but the best way to recognize the characters is to use your brain. That's the best decoder between your ears. Don't rely on other people or machines. Develop the ability yourself. You can do this. Other ops have done it, and so can you. It just means not being afraid of making mistakes and being willing to step out of your comfort zone and grow. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been encouraging. And again, it's not meant as a criticism of other people. What they do on their channels is their business. I choose not to do it, and I think I have really solid reasons why. I hope to see you back here again on this channel. And in the meantime, you know what I say. Get on the air and keep having fun with CW. See you soon.